Dr. King.
What do your daddy do?
He's a butler.
Young brother, the black domestic play an important role in our history.
Something special is going on down here, Dad. This president?
I know your son is a freedom rider.
Turn the bus! Everybody
out! My first question is to David. You know, as a black Brit, your character kind of gives like a history lesson of what happened in the civil rights movement. And as a black Brit, how important was the events that happened here in America to blacks in England, in the UK?
In terms of any kind of civil rights movement in the UK, it was far more muted than anything that you saw here. I would say America had a civil rights movement, we had civil rights moments in the UK. And but very much the eyes of the world were on America at that time. You know, some of my research showed just how much encouragement South Africa got from looking at what was going on in the civil rights movement, how much in Botswana that was the case. You know, many countries that their fight for colonialism was inspired by the civil rights movement. That's why you see countries like Nigeria, I think, you know, gained its independence in the 1960s. Several African countries gained their independence in the 60s, and it was because of what was going on here in America. And so hopefully, you know, with this film, for a lot of people who unfortunately don't know the history of it, even though it was so recent, you know, the film will be an illustration of just the sheer amount of strides that were taken, you know, for the pursuit of freedom in this country, freedoms that we now enjoy.
Something special's going on down here, Dad.
What's so special about another colored man in jail? What are you doing with my hard-earned money, Pop? Are you even in school?
I'm trying to change the way Negroes
You're
are
breaking
treated
the
in this
law.
country.
That judge just sentenced you to 30 days in the county workhouse. You finna get killed.
If I can't sit at any lunch counter I want, then I might as well be dead. We're fighting for our rights.
Rights? Boy, what are you
trying
talking
to change
about?
the nation's consciousness toward the American
Negro. You
Negro.
presenting me? You're a damn liar.
I've been in school.
Hey! Who do you think you're talking to? I brought you into this world, I'll take you out of it.
And Yaya, first, you look great rocking the afro. The afro was like,
Thank you.
it was such a great look for you. I know you studied Africana histories at Brown University,
I did.
but you also you also have some familial connections to the civil rights struggle, am I correct?
Yes.
Can you talk a little about that?
Well, yeah, I grew up hearing stories, you know, from my father and my Uncle Alex, who were, you know, in the newspaper after having been arrested and worked as bodyguards, and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, went to the South organizing door-to-door. My mother was a secretary with the Panthers for a little bit. So I had, you know, kind of a child's perspective on it, but really getting into character and doing more research was really powerful. And at times felt like I had entered a time machine and we were really, really there, especially in those intense scenes, you know, like the bus or the sit-ins or the, you know, the fire hoses. I mean, they were really...
Oprah called you a bee.
And Oprah called me a bee. Yes, she did. That was a privilege. I was like, I don't know if anyone else has ever been called a bee by Oprah. Because it seems like it's so out of her character.
Yeah.
And that was what was so great about working with her, because she was not Oprah. She was Gloria Gaines. And it was just watching a wonderful actor on set doing her work.
I love watching both of your careers, and I mean, you coming from where, you know, the top model and all that stuff, and the kids are all right, is where I was like, wow, look at her doing some great movies. But how is it to be on this cast with, like you just spoke of Oprah, but Lenny Kravitz and David Oyelowo? I mean, it's like an all-star dream of people to work with, it seems like.
It is. It's major. You know, it's unheard of, this many names, so-called in a film. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a blessing to be in their company on screen, but most of my scenes were with David, who is brilliant. It's just a pleasure to work with him because he's just so honest and in every moment, and that always makes it easier, you know. It's like you don't really have to do any work. I think we had great chemistry, and you know, it's nice to work with someone who's a peer, but who you can also learn from, and who, you know, it was just really, really refreshing. So thank you for that.
Thanks for the performances and the history and the embedded history lesson in the movie. And y'all keep on doing whatever y'all do. You bless that beautiful baby, and you keep on, y'all career, we'll keep on watching and supporting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really.